Well, I guess if you're honest, you were really hoping for something a bit prettier than this, weren't you? You can still tell me I look lovely, Don Wells, if you want to. I thought maybe it was time that the little old boy who has to hand out the crosses and hand out the flags and take curt commands from people a third his age, you know, who are in a panic in a language he isn't fluent in, and then has to wonder why the horse he respects comes back without the rider he loves. I thought it was time he had his turn, maybe, to talk a little bit about triumph and disaster. Triumph and disaster are, of course, notoriously fickle bedfellows. There's another girl there who fell off twice in rehearsals and hurt her back. She won't be riding for a few days yet, but she has been there every evening supporting the cast and the troupe as best she can, which is a triumph of fidelity, not a disaster of horsewomanship. And for Jenny, she will valiantly throttle every failure into triumph, because it's the wisest thing to do, and because she knows perfectly well already she has triumphed. If there was any failure, it was the failure of the director to have warned the horses and the horse people that there were going to be fireworks. I have put on over 100 spectacles in England, not with horses but with children, and the idea of there not having been a final rehearsal where every bang, every flash and every possible noise or lighting peculiarity was not there is bizarre, to put it politely. And the triumph for Jenny is that she's already seen through. She knows what's good about this, but she knows she is not smaller than it as she originally thought she was. However, Jenny has promised to help, and Jenny is doing what she has to. That again is a triumph of focus. Over and over again, your personal dreams flicker and fade and get distorted into other things, and yet all the time when you step back you remember what is the integrity within them. And I think it will not be a triumph if Jenny has to thrash Popo to make him overcome his fear of fireworks, although most people would see that as being triumphant. It will be a disaster for me because I've never ever seen Jenny beat Popo. He gets a swish sometimes with a riding crop, and she even hits her own boot when she's annoyed, but never him. So that will be a failure of their relationship, even though it's a triumph of making him do something in the middle of fireworks he's frightened of. Flicker, 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 triumph, disaster, success, failure. It's nothing, it's an illusion. Jenny will walk away today, tomorrow, 10 days' time, having done all of them, none of them, and with the skill of a warrior's mind, she will have triumphed.